Well, my friends, welcome. You've done it. This is officially halfway through the course, midterm. So congratulations. You're doing a great job. Hey, just want to give you a heads up of what to expect this week. All right. The first thing is it is midterm, as I said, and make sure that you do this right here, your mid-course feedback. It's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to let me know how you're coping with the course, any suggestions you would have, and be honest. That's okay. Be honest. I've given plenty of my suggestions to the course writers as well. But be kind, okay? All right. With that being said, let's move on. I wanted to talk really quick about the difference between the Provident Living Project, right here, and this capstone project that's going to be happening, the Family Citizenship Capstone Project. Basically, here's the difference. The Family Citizenship Capstone Project, that was, sorry, let me find it here. Maybe it was in week 2. Sorry. See, I'm still, okay, there it is. Apologize. Week 2 right there. This was the goal that you set. This is the 6 to 8 hour project. All right, this is what you're working on all semester long, and you will turn this in way down here in a few weeks in Unit 6. All right. So again, that's the big project that you should be working on throughout the whole semester. Okay, you set a goal and you're working towards that. You're recording, hopefully, your insights and your how you're having success in a journal somewhere. Again, I won't ever see that journal, but as you're keeping that journal, that'll help you as you report in Unit 6. All right. So that's what the Family Citizenship Capstone Project is. The Provident Living Project. Every unit, let me narrow this down here so it makes a little bit more sense. Every unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there is a Provident Living Project. And it's a 2-week project, but these projects each have a specific focus. So we've already completed the Unit 1, which was right here, Scripture Study, okay? And we did that during Unit 1. You have been working on the past couple weeks on healthy living, eating and exercise, okay? That was a Provident Living Project. This upcoming week, actually tonight, which is a Thursday, tonight you'll be going to the gathering, and sometime before Saturday you'll be reporting and telling me what your plan is for the upcoming unit, which will be finances, okay? And again, for the next 2 weeks here, week 5 and 6, you'll be working on finances, okay? Unit 4, the Provident Living Project is media. That's right, media management, your use of media. Unit 5, we're going to talk about the love languages, and that'll be fun. That'll be a 2-week project where you'll talk about your love language and how to develop it and how to look for it in others. And then finally, this last week, you're going to notice that there isn't a Provident Living Project, and that's because you'll be turning in the Family Citizenship Capstone that you've been working on, project that you've been working on. All right. So I just wanted to touch on those differences. There have been some confusion with some people have asked, and so I hope that was helpful. Okay. Let's see here. Next, just a word about the case studies. You guys are doing so good. I would like each of you to please make sure you look at the notes from instructor, because I've given to you some examples of some really great work. But on the case studies, let me just open up this last unit. Please make sure that you're paying really close attention to these instructions down here, okay? You're going to be graded on the evident thought you put into your post, okay? Now, that one you really can't do wrong unless you just write something really non-specific, like, I would tell Tyson to bear his testimony. And if that's all you put, then not a lot of thought, okay? I'm not seeing any problems with that. You guys are, for the most part, putting thought into your post. But you must use quotes from the readings of the week, the proclamation, the talks, scriptures. So let me just show you, for instance, on this one, as we opened up this case study, at the very bottom after the case study, there was these questions that you were supposed to respond to, okay? I asked you maybe not to respond to this third one. Some of you did, and by the way, you had great thoughts. You taught me about the feminist movement, okay? But remember, it asks, look, specifically here, what insights does the proclamation? So I needed to see a quote from the proclamation. What scriptures? I needed to see some scripture quotes, okay? These last two are really kind of your thoughts. So again, I can't really mark those wrong unless your thoughts are not coherent or just really superficial, all right? So just a thought on the case studies. Make sure you're including scripture and doctrine to back up your thoughts, okay? I think that's it. The last thing I just want to show you is one more time. Make sure you check out the notes from instructor because I've included some really great work, some outstanding work from some students. I'm just going to read this here as an example. I'm bragging on a few students in an attempt to, well, one, pat those students on the back, let you know you're doing a great job, but two, and maybe more importantly, is to right here give you an example of what really high quality works looks like. Now, I'm not saying you have to do it exactly as these students have done it, but for those of you who might be struggling with ideas like, I wonder, how inclusive do I get? How lengthy should my work be? These are just examples. They don't have to be this long. But just some examples. Let me show you what I mean. John Brooks here, first of all, I thought he said something really great in this last case study about gender equality. This quote he came up with, I believe it was him, equality of opportunity, not equality of outcome. If someone wants to do something, they have the right to try. No one has a right to succeed. I love that. No one has a right to succeed. You have to work for it. I love that. I love that thought. And so many of you said similar thoughts like that, okay? There's a student who wished to remain anonymous, and I'm totally respecting that, but I just wanted to show you how this person was organized, thorough, and thoughtful. So this was case study 1. That was the question that was asked, and just look how they've organized it, okay? That's what they thought, and they're backing it up with scripture and quotes, just kind of like I said before with those case studies, okay? Their thought, quote. Their thought, quote, scripture. Their thought, quote, or scripture, quote, scripture. Does that make sense? You see how that's just what I'm after. Again, it doesn't have to be this length. Just there they are, giving their thought, and they're backing it up with doctrine. Clara Stairs is another great example of how she did that. What has God said about the family? Look, she quoted from the Family Proclamation, from Elder Hell's talks, from Ezra Taft Benson's talk. Next question. Quote, scripture. Next question. Quote from the Bible. Quote from Elder Oaks, okay? And then here's where she gave her thoughts. So once again, she's backing up her thoughts right here with quotes and citations from the standard works and etc. Okay? Another great example, Emerald Gould here. You can tell he's stating his example, but then here he goes. He's quoting a scripture. He's quoting a scripture, quoting our prophets, quoting the proclamation, quoting an apostle, and he's even outlined or put in some footnotes here, which I thought was kind of a fun touch, right? He's even linked some things. Now again, you don't have to pattern your work exactly like this, but I just thought there were some great examples. Hey, I put this in here and I mean it every time I say it. The Lord loves you, and so do I. You are doing wonderfully. You are doing just fantastic. Have a great week. Enjoy this upcoming week.